Welcome into day 4 of our lead gen session. So far, we've gone through the baseline of your business, where you're starting from. We've gone through the memory jogger exercise. So hopefully you've thought of more people and updated your database, added some names in there. We've gone through organizing and tagging so you can make sense of all the people that you just put in there. So now that you've got names, numbers, contact information, and some organization, now what do we do with it? Now the goal is to start communicating with that database and communicating with it in a way where they're going to engage and hopefully communicate back, telling you things that maybe they're ready to do some business with you. Maybe they've got a question. Maybe they want to use you as a resource. This is your opportunity to begin conversations, not just communicating at people, but communicating with them. So first step is you should have a standard monthly communication that goes out to your database. That could be a newsletter, it could be a blog, it could be some kind of a written piece, but you should have something monthly that just goes out, kind of always goes out same time with content they'd find interesting. Now, oftentimes people see newsletters and they think that it's got to be salesy or full of fluff things like recipes and tips. It doesn't have to be. A newsletter can basically just be updates. Here's what's going on. Here's what I've been up to. Here's some behind the scenes. Here's some local news. Here's the latest product I'm working on. Whatever you deem to be valuable, you should be sharing. And that can just be updates on what's going on. And it can be news, it can be events, it can be whatever ties into your business. The other piece of it too is that you should be thinking about your role in your network as a content curator. Now, all that means is that you're actually looking for things that might be of interest to your network. So that could be news, it could be events, it could be updates, it could just be things they should know. It could be a new business in the area you think that people might like to know. It could be a new option for them locally that maybe they didn't realize was out there. So this is your opportunity to really show that you understand them, that you're in the middle of everything that's going on, and that you're a resource to them. So a great example might be a news article comes out talking about a new business that's coming out. Well, maybe that business specializes in a particular type of food, a particular category of food. Well, maybe you know people that love that type of food, and maybe it's a specific or unique type of food. You may want to share it with that group. You may read a news article about a change in maybe some local regulations, and that may affect people that operate a certain type of business or own a certain type of property. You're going to want to take that news article and maybe share that with them, just saying, hey, thought of you when I saw this. Hope all is well. So the messaging can be really simple. It can literally just be thought of you when I saw this. Hope everything's going well. Let's talk when you get a chance. Or it could be I saw this. Would love to talk to you about it. When can we set up a call? If you find something that may be pertinent to them that maybe ties in your business. So what I love to do is I love to scan local news sources and just see what's going on. Where are the new businesses opening up? Where have regulations or legislation changed? What are some new programs or opportunities in certain areas? And I like to find those. I like to go find the people in my network that would pertain to by searching by the tags I have in place to say, hey, this would be interesting to them. Why don't I send that to them? So I will do it. I will put together an email to that group. Of course, they're all getting individual copies, so I think it's all being sent individually, and it could be the same message, just something simple along the lines of, "I saw this article, immediately thought of you and your business. How's this going to affect you?" And now you've asked a question that should get a response in some cases, or it could be, "I saw this article. I know this may be a big deal for you. When can we talk about it?" And now you can show that you're being a resource. So really, the call to action could be, how does this affect you? What do you think? Or would love to talk to you more about it and see how I can help you. Your call to actions can vary based on the type of article that it is, but ultimately, what you're trying to show them is that you know what's going on, you are a resource, you're an expert in your field, and you're there for them. You know about them, you understand them, and you're showing them that by bringing them information that's important. You can also write blog articles on certain topics, and maybe you want to send that blog to not everybody, but to a certain segment of your database. You may create videos on certain topics that are interesting to a certain portion of your database. You may want to send them a link just saying, just made this video, thought it might be interesting to you. Let me know what you think. The goal of this database is not to send as much canned junk mail out as possible. It's to be able to communicate interesting information to people that would find it interesting. You don't want to just mass email everybody everything. You want to pick segments of your database and send them something. And if you find there's a segment you haven't sent to for a while, then go find something for them. But one of the best things you can do to communicate your value as a member of that network and as a member of your community is to be bringing your network valuable information that actually pertains to them. It shows them that you get them. It also shows them that you know what's going on in the area. So that is my role, I view, in my network, is I am the curator of content for them. I am bringing them what's important. It creates so many conversations and coffee appointments and Now they see that, and now they reach out to me with questions when topics come up. So it now opens the door for two-way conversation, and opportunities come from that. So I hope that line of thinking makes sense and helps you. Don't think you've got to create these crazy, amazing emails to send out. Just find stuff that's interesting and share it with a simple message and a simple call to action. Just show people you're thinking about them, show people you understand them, and get some conversation started. Because ultimately, business is all a relationship game. And the more you bring to that relationship and the more times you open that door and show them that you're there, the more often they're going to come back and talk to you. And that's really what you're looking for. Hope that helps. I'll have a challenge for you all tomorrow to get you thinking this way and get you working this way for over the weekend. But hope all's well. Talk to you all soon.